Hi. I'm so happy it's Friday. It's really been wonderful to be able to start to shift my schedule so that I can do these every Friday, usually. um, so it's nice because I really love doing it, and um, it's nice to share healing messages, So many of us are having shared experiences or are on the healing journey or considering a healing journey or considering upping the healing journey. And it's just nice to receive some spiritual guidance and to know that um, there isn't a wrong way to receive it. When you shuffle and a card comes out, um, it's kind of simple in a way. You read what it's about. You can curate um, information um, from certain cards. We always know our own story, right? So it's like, here's what the theme of the card is. I know people who can look at cards and they don't need to read the book. I like to read the book um, and always reflect. Like, even when you get familiar with decks, you start to know what the information means. You see the card and you're like, oh, okay, that one. So it's cool. Whoa, whoa, caught it. Oh, hey. We're getting some good cards today. Oh, hi. Um, so I'm just wondering what everyone is doing out there. Oh, hey. Oh, that's so fun. Okay. So I have to read out because I feel like there's a lot of heavy energy um, that's out there, which is also another great reason why you should have Reiki. Okay. I'm just asking if we need another card. There's four, but the the most recent card that came out has a bird in the image, and it's flying. And so when you read that card, however, if it's the book or you're just reading it, what you're watching, um, it asks for you to look to what is the card that was pulled after in terms to better understand that current card. So I'll explain that. It went all the way over there. So um, we'll just show the picture and it's going to be good. So, for those of you who are not familiar with the Akashic Library, Akashic Records, Akashic Tarot, it's truly fascinating. It's so spiritually alive and real, and it's a wonderful resource. The Akashic Library is a wonderful spiritual resource that you can access um, to learn more about your journey and your purpose, and also to provide feedback to you. So with this deck, when a card comes out upside down, it has a meaning. It doesn't mean it always means something. um, some decks don't, in their booklets, don't have a representation of when a card comes out upside down, but sometimes you're with your own knowing of like where you're at in life, um it you'll know immediately, like your intuition will be like boink. So it comes. So our first card today is one of scrolls, and it's upside down. So we're going to explore what that means reversed, and I'll, of course, show you what we got. Um, so that's one of scrolls on track, and it came out reversed. So let's see. Your ambivalence and waiting for the perfect time may have sabotaged things. This card reversed shows that you're having trouble taking action in a certain direction, because of confusion, indecision, or inertia. It's up to you to bring this phase to a close. It will take greater effort of will and focus, but you can renew your purpose again. Good news. Don't worry that your life's journey will be delayed forever. With your determination, you can make the decisions to get back on track again. Isn't that terrific? Like every single day, every single thing that comes before us, we get to choose. We get to decide what choice we're going to make. And I appreciate this card's reminder that there are things that are still out there that we really need to focus on and sort out and work through, and that we can do that. And in fact, we're being spiritually called and reminded that that's part of it too. So that doesn't mean we're off track everywhere, not at all. This is where it's like we each get to do our own work. So here is this spiritual insight we've been given. How are you doing your own work with it? Because you know what it means for you. And I know what it means for me. So I then am going to go out and really need to take ownership, which is a fun theme today, for what I need to. So maybe for me, I know I need to sit down and rework my monthly budget. That's like so annoying. I hate doing that stuff. I'm like, I don't want to look at it. But I know that I have to do it because things are shifting for me and I need to get a handle on what's happening right now. And so I need to get focused and do that. So that's kind of where I'm taking it. So this is why I think it's really great to learn about oracle cards as we go, because some people, are really curious and want to use them, but don't necessarily, you're like, okay, well, how do I use them? It's just another therapeutic tool. In tune with spirit and divine. So it isn't about a negative anything. This is like very positive, connected to source, uplifting energy. So here's a special note. Some of the cards in this book have a special note, which was like, ooh, what does it mean? So whether this card is upright or reversed, imagine yourself stepping back through the stone archway of the train station and into the adjacent card. This is the waiting room for your train where you prepare for your journey. The information there can help you get on track. Cool. I like how this reading is already connected because the card that like landed over yonder, um, and the others, just because I know the deck so well, it's cool. This is what's the great news, okay? We're a little okay off, but let's just walk through that door and get it together so that when we are ready to come back out again, we're on track. We're focused. Cool. We know where we're going. The card that's adjacent and is a lovely card is the Queen of Roses. Okay. I'm really want to make a big business joke, but I feel like I'm going to be the only one who gets it. But yeah, you should watch it. It's a great movie from 1988. Bette Midler and Lily Tomlin play twins switched at birth. It's hilarious. And you should watch it. And then maybe I'll try and make the joke later on so we can all get it. Anyway, the Queen of Roses. This card shows a beautiful woman with roses in her hair and all around her. A beautiful scene expands outside, but she is peacefully focusing on the flower in her hand. The Queen of Roses signifies a woman who is loving and supportive, but with a passionate side as well. This is a card of a loving connection. A relationship with someone you know may deepen and become more meaningful, or someone new may appear. Be open to the connection. It may be a romantic one, or it might be that a friend, family member, or coworker is going to be helpful and valuable to you in some way. I like that. Hang on. The Queen of Roses can represent you or a woman in your life stepping into the role of wife or mother at this time. It's a time for loving energy to be voiced. This card upright sometimes shows a happy resolution to a difficulty with family, a friend, or a love relationship. The time for peaceful, loving connections is at hand. So open your heart to the expression of caring within and around you. So let's just remember from the first card, it was like, okay, something is off. And usually there are more than one something's off. Like there's a lot in life to balance, right? So what needs our attention? And it suggested, here's the special note. You're not stuck in this place. Get back into where you need to go. So, in this, get back into that room and sort it out. This is telling us that there is a female energy coming in form of someone and also within us. So let's take it to an outside place of process, but also let's take it internal. Um, who out there are we wanting or can be of help for us or is helping us, and we need to perhaps create and make that a focus for us. Where within ourselves can we um, step into, it says, the role of wife or mother at this time, and maybe you're not either of those things, or maybe you're both of those things, or you're one of those things, or you were those things. But it's more about the energy that's associated with what a wife or a mother does, right? So it isn't about the role itself. It's like, well, what about those things? And there's like a huge nurturing component to that. So where do you even need to nurture yourself? And how can you receive nurturing from another woman? Because we all need that, right? It's that like mother vibration that we all want to be nurtured and cared for. And that's really normal. And in fact, it's really healthy to go out and seek that out from people who are, healthy and trained and in a position to truly help you. And I love that it's time for a loving energy to be voiced. You can say, I say this all the time, and I've said it all the time, and I've been working with children in youth for like almost 20 years. You can say whatever you need to say in kindness, like not even with a sting, just this. And um, in fact, that's the best way to come to someone because, it disables the whole defensiveness thing. Because, our souls know, we know when someone's being genuine or when someone has something behind what they're saying. So we feel that. And you can communicate with love, it really happens. I've I found it very empowering to say sometimes in my day, just to myself, and even to like my girlfriends and stuff. But with love, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't mean it rudely. I'm not trying to be judgmental of where anyone else is at in their process at all, because I'm in my process. I'm not better than anyone else. So, but with love, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm focusing on the things I need to focus on. And it's a great place to be in to really own, acknowledge and own your own energy and what's happening and why, time with yourself is so essential. And it's a key part of the healing process. We need to do that for ourselves. Then we got iridescent moon. A man works diligently sculpting a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills of a harbor city. The moon in the sky points left, growing to full. It's called an iridescent moon. Sorry, an increscent moon. This waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increase, abundance, and growth. Your efforts have combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. It's good news. If things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. There is a great opportunity for increase and fulfillment in every way, financially, creatively, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. The first thing that was going to come out of my mouth when I was done reading was, when you do your work, this is what happens. And you know what? Spirit has given us an invitation to do our work today. Are you going to go back into the waiting room and recalibrate or address or seek out some support, be open to receiving support, and also giving it to yourself and speaking with love and kindness and all of these things you can look at and are going on, but look how the Queen of Roses is really focusing on what's in her hands. There are lots of other things going on, absolutely. When we're working on something, we need to focus on that and do what we need to for that. But also, you know, she's like examining, admiring. There's many things to looking. So when we speak with love, it's also to ourselves. We have to speak love into ourselves so we can get back on track. And when we do, or we figure out what the track is we want to be on, because it's okay if we change our minds, we have to listen to ourselves first and foremost. All of the good stuff comes, it's waiting there. We have to do the work and just being cool with the process. Like, no, I don't know how long I'm going to have to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to keep doing X, Y, and Z because when the time is right, um, I'm going for it. I'm saying yes. I'm opening the door. I'm bounding in through the door, right? Like it's all coming. And that's what part of having faith is about. And um, just really understanding the point is to keep at it because rewards will come. So we got this card, whoops, Winged Messengers, and it was upside down. And if you remember, that's why I did a next card, because we're going to see what information is going to help do that. Okay. So, reverse. The conflict has grown with this reversal. The table's disrupted, and it seems no one can come together. The hawk, a bird of prey, flies over the dove. Your fears and feelings may be drowning out the voice of your spirit, which makes it more and more difficult for you to promote peace within and around you, right? I could go on about that for a while, but I'll just keep reading through. You may have to deal with some people or financial issues that seem damaging at this moment. Be careful that you aren't asked to give more than you have. Though the situation may seem very difficult, it's really a matter of everyone making an effort to set things right. I like that. Those who are involved certainly may seem more intractable and unable to listen now. It's important to do what you can, but also step away from the conflict when others are determined to have their way. For real. Even when this card is reversed, the dove reveals that the power of your spirit is your foundation and is always there to support you. I have received this card multiple times, and it's funny because then something will be going on, and I'll think of this card and be like, just stay grounded. Like there's something spiritually happening. And this is about me having faith in myself and the work that I've done to like move through what that is peacefully and do what I need to do. So I'm doing my work so that that becomes this. So, the special note, whether this card is upright or reversed, you can gain further insight from a neighboring card. The hawk has just taken off from his perch in the card behind him. Okay. Sorry. So there. Look to that card to find out more about this conflict and its resolution. Let your spirit tell you if there are any past life influences at play. So here's the thing with past life influences. It's a little bit shocking, to be honest, how much past life trauma is affecting current life energy and dynamics. So if that's an area of interest for you, you can certainly reach out and connect, and we can chat more about that. But it's a huge impact. So if you're open to it, I really suggest you go and explore that. Okay, our last card we got is the Five of Scrolls, and it's all the way over yonder. So I'm going to just show you the little picture. A woman stands on a veranda overlooking a beautiful valley dotted with little towns on the hills and along the river. Scrolls that she has read lie upon a nearby table. Another scroll is held loosely in her hand while the woman surveys all that she sees. With this card, you'll find that it's time to diversify. There are many options for you to consider, and you should take a look at them all. Allow yourself to try new things, go to new places, learn new subjects, break out into different directions, and meet new people too. Don't worry about scattering your energy too thin. You're in a period of expansion, so use it. Let yourself go farther afield than you had planned. In the end, you will diversify in ways that introduce you to a whole new you. Isn't that so awesome? Because the whole invitation is like, try new things, have new experiences. Like, now is the time. And I love the reminder of like, don't even sweat it that it feels like a lot. Like, get a planner, use your calendar. We have all these tools, and maybe that's part of what the focus needs to be. Like, again, just thinking in my own life, all these cards, I'm like, oh my God, yes, like these things I'm feeling like, do this. I'm like, yes, exactly. Because as we deal with things and when we deal with things and work through things, that momentum, that healing actually happens, and we see these abundant things come up in our lives because we're doing our work and we're creating the space to receive. So it's pretty exciting. What a cool reading for a Friday going into a weekend. I love it. Actually uplifting, and I love that this is like going down on Fridays, because what a great way to walk into your weekend. Some things to think about. Get your notepad, buy a journal, go to Dollarama or Dollar Tree and like get something pretty and a pretty pen, or whatever the heck you want to do, like a la you, okay? And really be like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to put down on paper that I just need to deal with? Okay. All right, here we go. Let's begin to put it together. And on that path, do ask for help and receive help. Um, you all know Reiki is totally my number one healing agent that I access. And I have done years of therapy, and as well educations and trainings, and this is really my everything in terms of like what I'm super passionate about, and walking it in my own life too. Getting help is really normal and necessary, and it should be something that you're open to doing. And maybe it might be with like one certain issue, and working to get up to the point where, okay, I can kind of go out on my own and I'm feeling good and I have more tools in my toolbox and I have all these different skills, and I'm going to start using them and practicing them. I'm going to start honoring me. And that's sort of how it goes. And then you just keep leveling up from there. Anyways, it's so fun and exciting. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate it. I'm totally down to chat in the comments because a gal likes to talk. You can follow me on Instagram at Carolyn Sturm, CarolynSzTurm. And I look forward to next Friday and doing this again. And I'm really feeling called to buy a new deck. So I might have a new deck, and that's exciting too. Okay, get an Oracle deck, start using them, incorporate that in to a daily routine. It's one more thing you can do for yourself, and it's very therapeutic. Okay, have a great one. Keep healing. Bye.